Today we are reading from the book about the life of Jesus, and we are reading the story today, The Boy Who Was Lost. Let's get into it. Bright flowers bloomed in Nazareth, sweet birds sang everywhere, soft breezes blew as Jesus combed the donkey's coat with care. His friend Tobias wandered by. "Hi, Toby," Jesus called. "Passover's here. And this year we can go. We're 12 years old. We can see the temple and other things. Tomorrow is the day, and we'll all start for Jerusalem, 100 miles away." 100 miles is pretty far. Next morning, early, Jesus helped tie bundles of supplies upon the little donkey's back. And then, neath the sunny skies, with all the other families, they started on up the road. Young Jesus proudly led the small gray donkey with its load. Clippity-clop! The donkey train moved slowly on its way. The people sang and talk as on they march. At last, one day, "Look, I can see Jerusalem!" cried Jesus in delight. Can see Jerusalem all the way from there. They soon were there. The wide-eyed boys looked round at every sight, the towers tall, the golden gate, the city's high stone walls, the crowds of people in the street, the bright, gay market stalls. "Look, Jesus," Toby said, "up there, the great white temple. See? Look at the shiny golden roof," cried Jesus happily. Then Joseph found an inn. The great Passover feast began. With merry hearts, the family ate unleavened bread and lamb. Passover tells us of the night God set our people free by his great love, said Joseph. Then they all sang joyfully. In big Jerusalem, there were so many things to see, but most of all, the temple was where Jesus liked to be. He liked to hear the teachers there, all old and very wise. He listened, sitting at their feet, with bright and eager eyes. When Jesus asked them questions, all the teachers were amazed. "How can a young lad know so much?" they said with eyebrows raised. The people stayed a week, and then, one morning bright and clear, they started back to Nazareth. But as the night drew near, "Where's Jesus?" Joseph asked his wife. "I don't know," she replied. "He must be with the other boys." She called his name and cried. No answer came. They quickly found the other lads. "Have you seen Jesus?" Joseph asked. Not any of them had. They looked and looked for Jesus and soon became quite worried. He isn't here," they cried. Back to Jerusalem they hurried. The next day, in the city streets and at each market stall, they both asked, "Tell us, have you seen a boy about so tall?" "His name is Jesus. He is my son. We've lost him," Mary said. But one by one, the merchants and the strangers shook their heads. Like, "No, we didn't see Jesus." And sometimes it can be a little scary being lost, like being at the supermarket or the grocery store and not knowing where your mom or dad is. It can be quite scary. They hurried to the inn where they had stayed. When they were there, they cried, "We can't find Jesus! Have you seen him anywhere?" But no one had seen Jesus, and now Mary was alarmed. "What's happened to my son?" she cried. Oh, maybe he's been harmed. Oh, oh no. 3 days had passed, said Joseph then. "I know where he might be. He was God's house. He could be there." They quickly ran to see. When they had reached the temple church, they were surprised and glad, for there among the teachers sat one young, bright-eyed lad. Around him, many people stood, all listening in surprise. "Look," Joseph said, "it's Jesus with the teachers, great and wise." Then Jesus' mother went to him. Her heart was full of joy, but scolding just a bit, she said, "We were alarmed, my boy. We looked all over for you, son. Oh, why did you stay here? We thought that you were lost," she said, and wiped away a tear. But gently Jesus said to them, "Why did you look for me? Didn't you know my Father's house is where I surely be?" Since Jesus is the Son of God, then he was going to the temple where they worshipped. They didn't understand his words, but Mary smiled, and then the three of them went down the road to Nazareth again. The boy obeyed his parents, and as years passed, one by one, he grew and learned still more how pleased God was with his dear son. I think that's the end of the story for today. So, just to go over what we learned about today was all about Jesus going to Jerusalem, and he was safe in God's house. And whenever we are lost, we can always go to Jesus and God, and they will be with us until maybe our parents find us or we are safe. Yeah. See y'all later.